What's up, guys? We're back and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to cut open our daily 11 and taste it and see how it is. And also I'm going to walk around and check out the fruit that we have and check the sizing. Okay, so I bought this on Saturday. It's Friday. This is the daily 11 and I weighed this when I first got it. It was 1 pound and 12 ounces, so 28 ounces in total. And I think it lost some weight, just kind of turning ripe here. So as you can see, the bottom is starting to turn a little dark, but I felt it. I think it's ready to go. So we're gonna cut this guy open and just taste it, and we're gonna have it for breakfast. So I'm kind of curious what the Daily 11 is gonna taste like. Just to note, I already got a friend who reached out to me and said that he would rate it at a 6 out of 10. So it's interesting because everybody has different taste buds, and we will see. Let's cut this guy open and see what it looks like on the inside here. So I stuck a toothpick in here also, just to make sure that it was actually soft, and it felt soft. So it goes in nice and smooth, so I think it's pretty much ready. So, all right, let's open this guy up. I mean, this is a big fruit. So if you look at the inside of the fruit, and the seed is already cracked open and it's already growing. So if you can see that, there's roots coming out of the seed also. I need to take the seed and I'm gonna grow it. We'll see. But first, I think what I need to do is do my peel test. Also, the skin kind of came off of the seed and stuck to the flesher. Not that big of a deal, but that's something to note. Okay, let's do our scientific peel test here. All right, now I usually start at the bottom here, and actually it peels really nice. This is nice. It broke right there because that was a, well, overall it was okay. The bottom peels nicer than the top, so the top kind of sticks. You can see that, but this bottom section peels really nice, and it looks like it's okay. So I'm gonna start from the bottom, I guess. Just kind of go up. So taste wise, it's very nutty, has a good flavor. It's it's definitely mature fruit wise, because the seed's already starting to grow. So this was had enough oils in there to make it really creamy and buttery. And overall, I mean, if I had this tree, I would be happy with having this tree in my yard. So I guess the hunt is on now. Maybe I should get a daily 11. I got too many trees already, but maybe, I don't know. I like the size of the fruit. Supposedly, these fruit can get up to 3 pounds and more. So, I mean, this was a seedling of the queen. So, and as you know, queens are huge. So this was pretty big also. 28 ounces. I mean, I ended up getting two. And at $2.50, I think it's worth it. I mean, it's roughly how much you would pay for, you know, two avocados at the supermarket, and you get way more flesh out of this than those just large Hass. Plus, on top of that, you get to try a new variety that's different and unique. So, at this point, we're gonna put it on some toast. We're gonna enjoy it for breakfast with the family, and I'm kind of curious what the family's gonna say. To me, it tastes really good. Out of all of the different varieties, this is probably better flavor wise than For example, I like this better than Zutano. I like this better than Mexicola, just to name a few. And then, I mean, this might be better than the bacon. Bacon's good in its own way, but this is good. So it's tough to compare varieties and flavors and stuff like that. I mean, they're all good. If you have an avocado that's producing and you got ones that are like this size producing a lot of large fruit, I think that's a win. So if you got it, congrats. If you don't have it and you want to get it, you may want to consider looking for it. All right. Here it is, day 11 on toast, and we're doing this again. This is really good. I'll put a link down below. So everything but the avocado toast seasoning. So sprinkle some of this on there. Anyways. Okay, so I was trying to be gentle and pull the seed out. I think I did a okay job. Um, as you can see, there's roots coming out of the bottom. It's a nice sized seed. I mean, this seed is about the same size as my bacon and Zutanos. And, you know, compared to the bacon and Zutano, the flesh that you get out of a daily 11 is much more. So I'm kind of curious. I'm thinking maybe what I want to do is just kind of grow this one out and not graft anything on there. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I try to just grow it out and then eventually get fruit in 5 years? So if we get fruit in 5 years and it's unique and different, we get to name it. So as you know, anything grown from seed will not create the exact same thing. It's a combination of it's kind of like your kids, right? They're all a little different between mom and dad, so they're not exactly mom, exactly dad. So it's the same thing with avocados and seeds. So I'm gonna put this into a pot. I'll try to grow it out just to see. If it's a strong grower, maybe I'll keep it, but if it's kind of okay and it's not looking like it's doing anything, yeah, I might want to, maybe I'll graft a branch or two. But anyways, it's kind of cool looking. So temperatures are starting to go up. As you can see, leaves at the top here. This is my lamb, and it's starting to go a little dry. And what happened was my irrigation line broke, and then I had to fix it, but I didn't realize it was broken for like a day and a half. So I had no water, and that was a bad thing. But this one isn't in the ground officially, and that's probably the reason why it was struggling. So the lamb has, because it wasn't in the ground, and you know, it needed some water. So in any case, we're gonna walk around, and this is a US quarter. So I'm gonna show you some of the fruit that we have right now and compare it to the quarter so you can see. So here's lamb has. It's got probably about 20 fruit on there, and here's the quarter, so roughly the size. Actually bigger than a quarter for sure. So I dropped my quarter. So this is a ester, and that's the size of the ester right now. It's got a lot of fruit on there, so there's probably about, geez, if I were to estimate, probably 30 to 50. All right, here's my bacon, and I didn't think I was going to get any fruit out of my bacon, but they finally kind of came in. I don't have a bumper crop kind of like last year, but I mean, that's kind of the size of the fruit right now. We have some that are smaller like that, but there's probably about 40 so fruit on there right now. Okay, Carmen Hass, that's the size right now. There's probably 20 to 25 fruit. Okay, here's a reed, an official reed. I got a couple on here. Tree's kind of small still. See it? Okay, Gwen, it's got some fruit on there. That's the size right now. Okay, this is Warts, Littlecado. Here's another fruit. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of not coming in clear for me on my screen here, but hopefully it turns out okay for you guys. Okay, here's one of my Hass. This used to be, I thought it was a holiday, but it's actually a Hass. And it's got a lot of fruit on here, and there's bigger fruit up top. So I would say there's probably a good maybe 50 to 100 fruit all over. So one of my Hass, I guess I'm not complaining because, you know, it's supposed to be a holiday, but it's a Hass, which is actually a really good fruit. So okay, so Jen boys, we probably got like 5 or so fruit, and they're definitely smaller than the quarter. Can't reach up there. They're all up high, which is odd. So, but I didn't get too many Jan boys this year. And here is the Edinger. Here's the size of the fruit. Today is Friday, June 30th, 2023. Here's another one that's a little bigger up top. Edinger again, found a little bigger fruit. Some of these smaller ones, I don't think they're gonna hang. Like I got fruit just like that, that's probably not gonna make it. So here's my first Hass that I bought that was supposed to be a Hass. And there it is. There's fruit on here. Not as much as last year. We had a really wet winter and slow start to kind of the flowering season. But there's fruit on here. I would estimate 50 or so. Zutano got no fruit. One of my reeds that's not a reed, it's actually a Hass. It's got lots of fruit on there. So here's a quarter. Here's the fruit. 50 to 100 fruit probably. Okay, so here is my supposed to be reed number 2, but turns out it's a Hass, and there's the quarter right there. And it's official, guys. It looks like it's a Hass fruit at this point. So a little disappointed, but it's all good because this is supposed to be a reed, but it's a Hass. So now I got one Hass, I got another Hass. This was supposed to be a reed also, and it's just a good old Hass avocado. So this is number 2, and then of course I got Zutano, and this is my first Hass, so this is number 3. And I already showed you my 4th one, which was my holiday, but is actually a Hass. And here's my 5th. This one is from Brokaw. This is on Dusa. So I went from planning on having 2 Hass to having 5. Okay, so here, this one's a Carmen from Brokaw, and it's on Dusa, and it's only got 1 fruit. There it is right there. This is what the tree looks like. It's looking healthy, but we only got 1 fruit. So here is another reed from Brokaw, and this one fruit size is like right there. You can see that. I don't know if it's gonna hold on, but it's kind of small. It's got some new growth up top here. The ball from Brokaw, no fruit at all. Jim Bacon, it's got 1 little fruit right there. I don't know if you can, let's see. I don't think that one's gonna hold. So it had fruit last year, but this year, not doing too good. And then right next to that, I have my Edrenal. This one's doing really good. It's healthy, it's happy. And I just noticed 1 little fruit right there. Here's a quarter behind it so you can see. 1 and only fruit. Right, this is another gem, and this one I got from Laverne Nurseries, and it's only got 1 fruit. There it is right there. My other gem, no fruit, still small, Laverne. This is the Lamb Hass. I got this in the ground, and it's got some fruit on here. Okay, and last and probably least for me is Mexicola, and it's got maybe 4 or 5. That's kind of the size right now. It's a sad looking tree. I'm probably going to be top working this. So if you guys are following along, if you guys are growing avocados, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, be a part of the team, and kind of follow along to see how yours is doing compared to mine. All right, so it's gonna be a hot one today, you guys, and gotta make sure your avocados are hydrated. Make sure everything's working, because I had an issue with my sprinkler pipe break, and that caused a problem with one of my avocados. So if you're gonna grow avocados, double check your irrigation, especially today. And I plan on coming out here probably tomorrow. I need to paint the branches to kind of protect them, so we'll be doing that. Hopefully you guys have a great 4th of July. We'll be talking later. See ya.